Okay, hello everybody. So, this video is a part of Portfolio XXReport description. To know full Portfolio XXReport description, you go to atortrader.com. In last video, part one video, I talked about important things, so make sure you watch all videos to fully understand Portfolio XXReport description, history, present time, and the future. So, I already described before how Portfolio's XXReport ADS track record performance history is proven to be genuine. So in this video, I will not repeat myself. First XXReport portfolio was created in the beginning of May 2017. Exactly May 10, 2017. 60% of that first portfolio was gold and silver. 20% of that portfolio were cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a new Bitcoin called Monero, and no other cryptocurrencies. In that portfolio, there were also stocks. 20% of that portfolio were stocks like Facebook, Apple, Google, Amazon, Netflix, Shopify, Tesla, Visa, Alibaba, Asia, and others. So now the question is, could I reflect everything from that portfolio identically in 2017 with a broker? Could I mirror the portfolio identically in May 2017 with a broker to have a statement where I could later prove with that statement the truthfulness, genuineness of that portfolio? The answer is no. In May 2017, there was no broker where in one account, I repeat, in one account, I could have a portfolio where I could have in the same account precious metals, stocks, and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Monero. No broker in May 2017 enabled in one account to buy stocks and Monero or Ethereum. So now you know one reason why I chose my method of proving the genuineness of that portfolio. The method I described in earlier video, so I will not repeat myself in this video. Look, to have secure storage of cryptocurrencies, I got my hardware wallet, Ledger, in the second half of 2017. Before that, I had my cryptocurrencies on a paper wallet. Paper wallet. Later, when I already moved cryptocurrencies from paper wallets to Ledger hardware wallet, my brother came to me and he says, you know what? These cryptocurrency paper wallets were not safe. They could be hacked by hackers. Look, my brother is way more smart than me when it comes to computers. And I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Fortunately, nothing bad happened. Me and my brother, we moved cryptocurrencies to our hardware wallets and nothing was stolen by hackers from these paper wallets. So these were crazy times, but good times. holding cryptos on paper wallets before I got my hardware wallet. Crazy times, but good times. Times when there was no broker, zero brokers, where I could have in the same account portfolio with stocks, precious metals, and cryptocurrencies like Monero or Ethereum. Additionally, as I already mentioned in earlier video, one of the ways to prove that trading performance, investment performance, track record is genuine could be, I repeat, could be with a broker. You have a statement from a broker, you show this statement publicly and you say, look, I am a good trader, right? I also said in earlier video that with a broker and with statements from a broker, there is a huge room for manipulation. Someone may have 10 accounts. With 9 accounts, there are losses, and you never show it to the world. The last account, you have some gains, and suddenly you try to convince someone that you are a good trader. And believe me, it happens very often. Look, I'm in the market already for 22 years and it happens a lot. Like Darwinex. Outside of Darwinex, some traders do it. Later they import that one account's trading history from MetaTrader to Darwinex. They do not trade with Darwinex since day number one. They import that kind of history from MetaTrader. They import that kind of history from MetaTrader. So in the beginning, you see they have really good performance, right? Later it becomes flat, and very often later they disappear. Look, even traders at Darwinex who are not fake, even real traders at Darwinex with the most money under management, like the first top 20, you treat their performance before joining Darwinex like it is worth zero, nothing. Very often, most of their gains in their history is before joining Darwinex. Oh, and you do not look at Darwin history, you look directly at that trader's history, where are his moves, not moves from the Darwin. You stop including that history before joining Darwinex, and suddenly, very often you could say, oh man, I better only buy gold and silver. Yeah, very often suddenly you can say it. I better only buy gold and silver. Focus on my profession, company, plumber, carpenter, electrician, or whatever. And that's it. Additionally at Darwinex, VAR, value at risk, before 2017 was fixed 20%. Before 2020, value at risk was fixed 10%. And today it is variable. I repeat, variable from 3.25% to 6.5%. I will talk more about it in other videos in the future. Now let's change the topic from Darwinex to traders which are on social media. Look, you have fake trading gurus on YouTube who trade live on YouTube on the MetaTrader platform. They say it is real account, real money, while it is fake demo account with fake virtual money. It's all official with MetaTrader. It happens very often. It's all official. You just go check it yourself on the internet. Look, there are also other ways to manipulate statements from a broker, but it is you who needs to do the homework to figure out everything. This video is about portfolio XXReport description, so I will not go deeper to other methods. One last thing which I will mention is financial institutions, corporations, which are under the umbrella of regulators, regulators from governments. Even these financial institutions from the financial sector are involved in crazy activities. Look, an example. For example, let's assume there is a very well-known financial institution called X or Y. They are under the umbrella of regulators from the government, right? They have some fund for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and at some point they simply close that fund because it performs poorly. It happened in the past with financial institutions listed on the stock exchanges. So now I am talking about big corporations, Wall Street. So suddenly the fund disappears. It's no longer there. It's not visible to the world no more. The same well-known financial institution suddenly has another fund and another fund. The client investor comes to that financial institution and the client gets information about a new fund. The financial institution never mentions to the investor funds which were closed in the past. Look, here you have a list of best traders in this world. Look at Paul Tudor Jones or Stanley Druckenmiller or Warren Buffett. They have proven track record, minimum 10 years. Druckenmiller, Tudor Jones or Buffett did not close funds before because funds were negative or performed poorly, and they did not start a new fund, another new fund over and over again. Paul Tudor Jones, Druckenmiller are one of the best traders in this world and they don't do things like this. The track record is proven. So yeah, whether it's retail traders or well-known financial institutions from the financial sector, you have to do your homework yourself. Look, I am in the market for 22 years and it is an illusion that someone will buy a course from a fake trader from YouTube and will be rich. It is not truth that you will turn some small tiny amount of money like $10,000 into few Lamborghinis or a house, yachts or whatever. These fake traders on social media make money from selling people courses, or he, that fake trader, has a link below his videos where he redirects you to brokers or proprietary trading firms. Later he gets paid by these brokers or proprietary trading firms for redirecting you to their websites. Here you have a list of best traders in this world with a proven track record, minimum 10 years. Look at Paul Tudor Jones. He is one of the best. And look at his return. 26% year by year, and next year, and next year. If you only have $10,000, then 26% from that is what? It is $2,600 in 1 year. you're not gonna make a living for a whole year for $2,600 in New York or Texas, London, or Zurich, Switzerland. Okay, should I say something more? I think it is everything for today. Oh, I know what else I can add. I said that for $2,600, you're not gonna make a living for a whole year. Additionally, in these calculations, you have to include rising prices for goods and services on the street. And as I am sure you already know it, that every 10 years, prices for goods and services on the street are higher than before when measured in currencies like euros, Swiss franc, or US dollar. So yeah, now I think it's everything for today. So today, no more talking. Praise God in Jesus Christ.